Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Woko's Craft. I'm Peace. I make paper beads and I also make paper bead jewelry. If you're new, you're very welcome, and you're welcome to hit the subscribe button with the bell on so you don't miss my new videos. Every Thursday I upload a new video about paper beads. So you're welcome. Okay, so as I promised in my last video, that in today's video I'll be sharing some tips how to roll round perfect a good paper beads. So in this video I have plenty of sizes, so these ones are equal sizes, so just done a lot. I won't be rolling these bigger beads, or I won't roll any of these. I'll just be using this paper just to illustrate what I am saying. So yeah, if you've seen any of these beads on the thumbnail and you're expecting them, no, it's not in this video, but I have a video of how to roll bigger beads. I'll put the link down below in the description box. So this one, if you want to try with thick paper, printing paper, you use 16 stripes. I use 16 stripes and the base was 2 centimeters. And for the magazines it differs because, sorry, so you can see that these two, this is bigger and this is smaller, but this one I used 18 stripes, so you can see that 16 and 18 is still small. So that means if you're using a magazine, then you're going to add up some stripes. And this one is almost the same. It's big. I use 25 stripes, same base, 2 centimeters. So yeah, that's a magazine for you. So as you go, I have little ones, so you can see. So this one is not really a round bead, so I wanted to really explain something about it as well. As we go forward, you see what I want to say. I'm sorry. Okay, so then as we go down, you can see I have a really tiny one. It's really tiny. So yeah, as we go ahead, so I'll go to this one, I'll explain. So when we get to that number, okay, my tip number 1 is make sure that your paper bead, your papers that you've cut have straight edges. Nothing like, oh, my hand goes like that. So also the beads the beads also come out like that, you know. Let's say you can see this one. I have an example that I was trying out. So then you have most of the time these edges, if your edges are not perfect, sorry for using perfect, are not straight, so the edges need to be smooth and straight, otherwise you'll get something like that. So yeah, so when you cut, you can always use a blade, you can use the paper cutter, you can use, what else, if you have really good hands, you can use a pair of scissors, and that's really good talent if you can cut straight edges with pair of scissors. So yeah, that's my tip number 1. Make sure the edges are straight. So even if you use a paper cutter, even if you use a scissor, my tip number 2 is to always organize the stripes. So what I mean is, so all these bases were intended to be 1 centimeter, but of course they don't come out 1 centimeter, all of them. So you always need to organize. You always need to see which one came out bigger, which one came out smaller. Then that's what I mean by organizing. So this one is smaller, it always come inwards, and this one stays outwards. If it is smaller than the other one, you just keep balancing them up like that. Let's see if it's some of them are confusing. you just see it, and yeah, you know which one is bigger. So this one is obviously bigger than all of them, so obviously it goes behind there. So now I have 4 stripes. Is it bigger or is smaller? You can always check like that. I like doing that to just check if they're all straight. So I have nice, straight, organized stripes ready to be rolled. So my tip number 3 is don't glue the paper, you know, if you want a straight bead. Reason being, if you glue it, you won't have room to get the shape you want. You'll see as I go ahead to explain that. You won't get the shape you're looking for because you already glued it, and this is paper, glue and paper. Yeah, it glues immediately. So yeah, do not glue the base. Even if it is hard to start, just keep trying until you get to roll it. And tip number 3, is it number 4, I think? I think. If it is 4, then yeah. If it's 3, it's also okay. This is what I was trying to explain. So these 2 beads are of different stripes. So what I'm trying to say is tip number 4, I think. Sorry, tip number 4 could be it. So stripes matter. What numbers of stripes give you what kind of shape. So let's say these round beads, if you wanted to use like 5 stripes and the base is 2 centimeters, you won't get a round bead. You will obviously get a semi-round bead. And so that means you need to add up. And yeah, so this bead, one of it is with 5 stripes and the other one is with 4, because they are thin papers, so they look smaller than this one, because this one is also 5 stripes but it's bigger. So what I'm trying to say is 3 stripes, you don't get a fully round paper bead. That means if you go with only 1 stripe, you won't get a round paper bead. So you need to add them, but don't over add them, not to exceed 8 or maybe more. If it's this base, then you get what is it? You get, is it sort of a flat button bead? That's what you get if you add on more stripes and you're using this base. So I guess that's also clear. And what is it? The third one is no. So sorry. I'm not good with naming tips. Okay, so whatever number this is, it is the number. So if you're rolling your paper beads, you always need to balance them. So let's see. So you have your roller, whatever roller you're using. I'm using a knitting needle. So you go like that. And also, this is a good tip. When I was young and I was learning how to roll paper bead, the lady I learned from, she always wanted a small, round, perfect hole. So if it was any hole that comes with this, she will be upset. So what I actually learned, what that does is that it gives the bead how the bead will look like. So if you get a perfect base, then your entire bead will look beautiful. So always make sure to press it hard and make it perfectly beautiful. So like that. And so what I meant by the other tip that I don't know the number is, this is something like that, is to balance it. Keep pushing it and pushing it. So if it's long at the side, you push it back. So you can see here, I've gone astray, and here looks really nice, so you push it back. So you just keep balancing it up. So then you just keep going. Sometimes you can do this when you're done with the bead, but I'm used with doing it while I'm rolling it and also after I'm done with the bead. So yeah, so you can see. Then you put your glue on. Also make sure this edge goes exactly at the way it has to go, not over there. So when you have a bead like this is already a round bead, but you need to balance it up. So you push it in and inwards. So then there you have a round bead. If it's not balanced enough, you push it in and then you keep pushing it. And then you have a bead there. So yeah, those are my tips how I make them. I don't know if they'll be easier for you, but I really hope they are easier for you so you can roll these beads and make them round. So I am happy you watched this video until now, and if you liked it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and you can always comment down your tips that can always help anyone. Me, it's a big paper bead industry, we can always share. And yeah, you can always comment down below, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you're very welcome to hit the subscribe button with the bell so you don't miss my Thursdays new videos. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.